One of the strangest chapters of the war in Ukraine so far has been Russian troops abruptly leaving the Chernobyl nuclear plant this week. More reports are emerging that the Russians may have been exposed to radiation. And we want to note, we're using the Ukrainian spelling for the nuclear facility in the story. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez has more.
It's the site of one of the world's most terrifying disasters, leaving towns poisoned and abandoned. Now another debacle. Ukrainian authorities say Russian soldiers have left the Chernobyl nuclear power plant after suffering acute radiation sickness.
We have seen a spike in radiation that is very likely due to the transport of heavy military equipment. So that gives you an indication that these troops do not know what they're doing and behaving recklessly.
Employees inside the plant had worked at gunpoint, Ukrainian authorities say, after Russian forces seized control 5 weeks ago. The agency in charge of the country's nuclear power stations now says the Russian soldiers fled towards Ukraine's border with Belarus, leaving in phases starting Tuesday. It also claims the Russians had dug trenches in the Red Forest, long considered Chernobyl's most polluted area, where thousands of pine trees turned red during the 1986 nuclear disaster. A local mayor says the Russians also took Ukrainian National Guardsmen with them as prisoners. NBC News can't independently verify those claims. The Kremlin has not commented, but earlier this week said it was scaling back military action in the area to focus elsewhere.
They clearly didn't bring any specialists with them who have experience with nuclear power plants, with nuclear facilities, with radiation. They had no concern for their own personnel, their own soldiers.
Ukrainian authorities say that before Russian soldiers left Chernobyl, they stole computers and even coffee makers from the plant, as well as looted a nearby hotel.